Big changes for the divine feminine as we do move through this week. Now, yes, this is one of those months that is going to be deeply transformative. So stay tuned for all the energy updates. And inside our membership, we will have additional updates. Look, what I do see coming through for divine feminine, especially this week, and I think it's really setting the tone and the precipice for big changes for the divine feminine. This is a very passionate and fiery energy, and I do believe it's more than likely because of the eclipses. I already feel the energy coming through for divine feminine that this is going to be big changes in their life, especially because astrologically, we do have the South Node in Libra. So for feminine energies collectively, this is going to be quite big. I do feel the yeah, again, this card drops down to a 9, and I'm noticing 2 energies on this, but it's almost like we're coming out of that Plutonian energy. There can be a little bit of spiritual challenges as we're transitioning through the first week, but I also believe things that are needing to shed away, really, putting some heat under us so that we actually can move beyond the veil. But there is a lot to do with base chakra going on here. This also can be passion, a lot of passion, the sacral chakra and the Kundalini being activated. But I'm definitely seeing divine feminine here in the mix this week, really tuning into their passion. Now, this also can be quite an assertive energy. And for some of you, it can be that you're really sticking up for yourself in the context of what's going on in intimate connections and directly linking to your TF. I am looking towards the past, and I do believe, this is going to be a point where your energy source is going to be used very effectively. However, if people push you the wrong way, you may be more assertive. And yeah, I could say slightly agitated. Eclipses can make us slightly agitated. Now, we're looking to the past position here. I do feel some of you may have had sleeping situations going on. There also could be signs and synchronicities that you're directly receiving. And I'm almost looking at this as an angelic energy. Um, I do totally empathize and understand for those of you that are having heavy ascension symptoms. This can be down to psychic attacks. It can be, again, the signs, the synchronicities, the lack of sleep, the ascension symptoms. I'm looking at this feminine on the card and it's very blue. Mercury also in the mix was not really helping this situation. I'm definitely feeling as though there is a cleansing going on as you're moving forward. It could have been one of those times where, especially between May and last month, a lot of deep changes that we went through, a lot of frustration, especially with Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, then they moved direct. Now moving into October, I'm seeing as though there needs to be a recovery, and if you haven't done it the month previous, really moving into the first week of October, I highly recommend where you can get rest, where you can get organized, is to do such. In the heart of hearts, you do know that you have the ability to make changes, okay? But you're also having this revelation that divine masculine also does. For some of you, there is an opportunity that this person can have a change of heart. And I don't feel this to be in a negative way. I think this can be, this message does appear to be for those that really have either been on the rocks with their twin or um, really getting to the point where you thought this person would not have the courage to maybe move towards you. And I do see that there is a potential here that it's going to be a change of heart, a change in attitude. And I do believe it's going to be a positive thing. I also feel in your heart of hearts, you're really wanting people to work with you. So you're going to start to find it unattractive if the team energy isn't there. You also, for some reason, I'm picking this up, there could be a lot of fertility for those of you that are quite fertile, and also to be quite cautious. Mm. I'm also getting a message that you need to be careful around your social settings. There could be a bit of a test here. This also could be a person that is quite attracted to you. I do feel as though at a base level, for some of you, you could be getting to a space where you feel you need to make a choice. I'm hearing the term drawing a line in the sand. This person is very solidly on your mind, but I also feel they're tuning into you. It's a very tempting energy. I mean, at this point in time, I do feel as divine feminine is pulling their energy back. I almost feel masculine pulling their energy back in. Universe is asking you to turn it around. For some of you, and I'm noticing it almost looks like an eclipse on this card, and we have the lion and the deer. This card drops down to a 4. It's at a base level. Know that you are as powerful as the other person. There also could be a role reversal here. This could be where you feel this person needs to pursue you, and it could be vice versa. But I definitely see a role reversal. Some of you find that there's a lot of strength um, that does build, especially in the frustration when you are ready to, make a firm decision and say that you're moving forward. But I do feel some of you could be bumping into these individuals, and it can actually um, concern you that you may go back on, your word to yourself, whatever that may be. I do feel your heart chakra is also healing. I feel it underwent such a large transformation. I do feel a lot of you also have changed your appearance, and it's almost that within the first week, you could be really looking at how much your life directly has changed. I mean, such a short space of time, really. In the context of change, sometimes it can be years, but in this, I do feel this year has really changed Divine Feminine. I do feel some of you are going to start receiving text messages. Hmm. I don't know why I'm getting this is the third. I feel the third party energy around you. Some of you psychically could be tuning into it. This person does appear to be quite jealous of you. I don't know who this person is. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but this person is karmic in nature. You may need to be careful and create boundaries this month. This can be with individuals that are quite pushy and manipulative. I do feel some of you are going to turn into feminine energies for love and support. For some of you, I do feel physical movement, and it can be making masculines karmic very jealous. But there does feel like there's a breakthrough and a choice. Those of you that are in communication, I do sense that if any advice or statement piece has been made, I do feel DM is actually taking it, but Divine Feminine may feel this person is sort of going on deaf ears, but it's usually you'll find it's about 2 weeks later that the person has had time to mull over it and digest it, and they may integrate it at a further date. I do feel some of you can be seeking wise counsel. Hmm. They're also asking you to be selective of, oh, I can't say who you confine in because it does feel this, whoever this person is, they're giving you advice. They're also making reference to not outruling it, but sitting with it rather. I feel some of you are shifting your focus onto your passions and your endeavors. And I feel quite, although I'm feeling a very positive energy with your read this week, I also feel some of you may not feel completely positive. Um, and that can be in the love department, but it does feel you're going into the heart space and you're trying to find that energy and passion for your life, but I feel quite unexpectedly so. Some of you who have felt quite resolved, there is a breakthrough here, and for some of you, this can indicate communication and movement coming in. Some of you could receive some unexpected gifts. This can be messages in a bottle. It could be roses. But it feels unexpected. Now, could this be for a birthday or another event? Possibly. But I definitely do feel there is a gift. I do feel those of you that are in communication, the communication attitude is changing. And some surprise statements may be made that you were unaware of previously. I Yeah, I do see this person does consider you in a very high regard. Some of you have been in such a whirlwind of hurt that you're very wary, very, very wary. They're also making reference to the fact that you need to connect with your guides. They're there to help you, but you need to ask. Some of you are going to be dealing with a home related dynamic. Some of you also have felt, yeah, I'm feeling this alone energy. It's like, I don't necessarily get this as a bad thing, but it could be that you need to walk away from a circumstance. Some of you have gone through a spiritual test with this individual, and some of you have put your foot down. You and your mind may feel psychologically it's over. A karmic cycle, yes. The connection, no. I will check in with you next week. If you do want a private booking, you can go to the link directly below. Otherwise, come join us for our element reads, our coaching, all online at Yildiz Readings 5D in the membership. Take care.